Hey, what's up, guys? This is Age of The Geek 89. I'm coming at you with iZombie Season 4, Episode 2 review entitled Blue Bloody. So we start off this episode by meeting an obnoxious woman on a golf course. You know she's obnoxious because she's talking trash about everyone on the golf course. She is then killed by a racquetball that's shot out of a golf ball cannon. It hits her in her left eye, knocking her out on sight. We then catch up with Angus, which is Blaine's dad, still believing he's a zombie prophet who hears from God. He convinces his zombie congregation that they need to eat the food that the Lord supplied to them, which are fresh human brains, instead of eating them out of a tube. Major is then, we catch up with Major and we see that he's impressed with the new recruits that he has on his team as of the ending of episode 1 for season 4. Unfortunately, with those new recruits, they get into a bit of an altercation with a human who they scratch, turning him into a zombie who repeatedly screams he would rather die than turn while it's being recorded by a third person. You see that the cook of the obnoxious woman at the beginning, she's actually the person who kills her, as there was a mystery behind the obnoxious woman named Miss Brink's safe. No one could break the code. Liv and Clive get a code breaker that was introduced in season 3 to come back. He's the one who cracks the code. Ultimately, Clive finds out it's the cook's son's birthday. And the reason why she killed her is because upon looking into Mrs. Brink's safe, she determined that whenever Miss Brinks dies, she will then inherit $1 million, which would be more than enough to help her ailing son. As a result of that happening, as I mentioned, she killed him, but she writes a note down on a piece of paper. She writes an address on a piece of paper, and she gives to Clive and Liv, asking for them to take her son to that location, and she'll tell them whatever they want to know. That particular location just happens to be a spot in Seattle that has a very low tolerance for zombies, and it's ran by someone named Renegade. Ultimately, Liv and Ravi, they wind up going to try and meet this renegade person because Liv feels extremely horrible about sending this woman to prison, knowing that the father of the son is out there somewhere. So her and Ravi, they take this kid to this location where they meet Renegade, who apparently knew who both Ravi and Liv were by name before they got there, and she also says she knows what they do. So it's going to be interesting to see how she plays up further along with this particular season. Those are just a few bullet points as to what happened overall with this show. Something I didn't mention is whenever Liv and Ravi were going from the regular location that they're in Seattle to this off the grid location that has a lower tolerance for zombies, they have to pass through the border wall. As a result of them going through that wall, Major happened to be the supervisor on call, and he gave them permission to go through, because he saw it was Liv and Ravi. At the end of the episode, he confronts Liv and asks her for a reason, which she initially chooses to not tell him. He then gets upset that she never once said she was thankful, causing them to break up because Liv feels like she's the only good zombie in Seattle. My predictions for where the series is going to go from this point on is I totally see a zombie war happening with the Prophet's zombie cult, perhaps the Fillmore Graves zombies, and the humans in the middle. I see a full-scale war happening between them. They didn't show anything with Ravi this episode like they did in the first episode of season 4, but I still believe that Ravi himself is going to become a full hybrid. I think it's only a matter of time. If you like this review and you like what I said, or you disagree with it, please feel free to comment below in the comment section. But if you want to see more of my videos, just simply press the subscribe button, give a like, thumbs up, and I guess I'll see you guys when I do the next review. Take care. Peace.